everyone, and welcome back to Liz Sews. I have another bra builder spotlight for you today, and this kit is called Lagoon. It features this really beautiful stretch lace that has brown, teal, and silver in it. So let's take a closer look at this lace. So this lace is about 8 inches wide, and it is of course a stretch lace, though the stretch amount is not super big, not a ton in the vertical direction and just a little bit of stretch in the horizontal direction. The lace has this lovely sort of chocolatey brown exterior and these large sort of teal and silver flowers. The lace is pretty sparse, so you can see through it quite easily here. You can see my fingers underneath the lace, but of course once you double up, I think it looks a lot better because you can then sort of see all those interesting details of the flowers and the teal. I think the combination of these two colors is spot on. It's such a cool combination that I don't see very often, and I think it's really unique for bras. So in addition to the lace, your kit will come with an option of 2 different structured materials. The first one here is micro duoplex, and this is in the colorway espresso. So micro duoplex, if you're not familiar with it, is 100% nylon. It's really sturdy. You don't necessarily need to line it because it is quite firm and it doesn't have very much stretch to it at all. I will say that sewing with micro duoplex can be a little bit of a challenge, and so I would recommend picking up some Microtex 8012 needles. Bra Builders does sell these as well, and I find it makes it a lot easier to sew with this type of fabric. In addition to the Microtex needles, I would also recommend looking up So Fine thread from Superior. It is a really smooth, fine thread, and it also helps me work with micro duoplex and get a lot prettier stitching. If you don't want an opaque fabric as your structure fabric, the other option, of course, is sheer cup lining. And again, this sheer cup lining is in the colorway espresso. It's a really deep, beautiful, rich, chocolatey color, and I think it pairs perfectly with the lace itself. And then lastly, your kit would come with an option for a backband material. I have here is medium weight power net, though you could choose heavyweight power net if you wanted. I find the medium weight power net is quite stretchy, especially if you're smaller bust size. I think this is perfectly fine, but if you are a larger bust size, I would go with the heavyweight power net. So as I had mentioned, the color that I'm using with this kit is espresso, but I also think that this kit works really, really good with the other special colors she's doing for the month of January, and that is glacier. Of course, this was dyed to match the Sun Valley kit, but I think that glacier picks up that teal note in the lace really well and would be really fun. And the other option I think that you guys should consider, if you have gilded kit from December, I think that silver sort of stretch velvet would look really cool with this lace as well, sort of picking up the velvet tones, or picking up the silver tones in the lace. So there's lots of different options in terms of with this lace, because we do have 3 colors with it. You can play around and do some different things. For a color comparison, I just wanted to take a really quick second to look at this color in comparison to one of the legacy colors, which is toffee. So we have espresso on the top and toffee on the bottom. These are very, very similar in color. So if you had purchased toffee before and you really liked it with your skin tone, you thought it was a good match, I would definitely recommend looking up espresso now as the new color that's going to be taking over, because I find these are very, very similar. So again, espresso on the top and toffee on the bottom. We have sheer cup lining on this side and power net on this side. Before we take a look at the bra, of course, we always want to take a look at the elastics that come in the kit. They're pretty standard, so you're always going to get a hook and eye closure. You get to choose whether you want it to be 2, 3, 4, or even more rows high. You're going to get some twill tape. We're going to get some 5/8 of an inch bottom picot elastic, and some 3/8 of an inch picot elastic that I use along the underarm edge of the bra, and finally some underwire channeling. The Bra Builders kits do have options when it comes to straps. You need to choose which one you like. I think the default option is that it comes with very little strap material. They're assuming that you're going to make a fabric or self-fabric strap. My preference is to always go ahead and get that upgrade and add the 1.5 yards of strap elastic to the kit. So I have the 12mm or 1/2 inch strap elastic, which is my preference. And of course, if you add the strap elastic to the kit, it comes with its corresponding rings and sliders that are going to be dyed to match. So the same color as all the elastics in the kit. So let's take a look at the bras that I made using this Lagoon kit. So the bra that I have here is, of course, the Emerald Erin Black Beauty bra. It is one of my favorite patterns. I use it all of the time. And I thought this one was particularly useful for this kit because I liked the idea of having this sort of lace power bar with the opaque center cup. So I do have a quick tutorial on my channel of how to alter the power bar in the Black Beauty pattern so that you can use the scalloped edge of your lace, which is what you see here. And then so for this one, I've done the interior cup with the micro duoplex, just a single layer, and I have finished the top edge with some fold over elastic in Glacier. Of course, you're going to have to buy your fold over elastic separate, as it's not included in the elastics that come with the kit. But like I said, it's a really good color match to the teal that is in the lace itself, and I think it's worthwhile having because I think it really makes it pop. So for this Black Beauty bra, like I said, I altered the power bar to allow me to use my scalloped edge here. I've also included a Gothic arch in the center of mine, which is not typically in the Black Beauty pattern, just because I thought it looked really nice with this lace itself. So I really sort of loved the idea of having this sort of lace hug the bust line and have the breakup in the center. So that's why I went with this one. And then for this guy, I've chosen to just do the regular power nut in the back, but also because this lace does have a little bit of a stretch in it, you might be able to cover your back band with the lace as well if you wanted something that had a cohesive look all the way across the bra. So taking a look at the bra from the inside, you can see what the guts look like. You can see that really nice Gothic arch that I've put in there. I'm a little bit off center, but I'm okay with that. So yeah, a really nice chocolatey bra from the inside, which I think goes really well with this lace. So now let's take a look at the bottoms. For the bottoms, I've chosen to go with Studio Couture Shop Vera Panty pattern. The Vera Panty does have several different views in it, so I did a Vera Panty last month for Gilded, and this one looks completely different because it's a different view. It allows you to have that scalloped edge that continues all the way around the leg holes like so, and then I have just like a tube of fabric that forms the gusset piece in here. So I have lace, and then I have cotton lining that's going to be sitting against the skin. So I sewed those two right sides together and then turned the tube outward so that it had a nice clean edge, and I'm not using any elastics along this gusset piece here. So when you're purchasing a Bra Builders panty kit, they do give you the option of what elastics you want for the waist and leg holes, and of course you can choose to use different elastics for the lace and leg holes if you want to. So for mine, I didn't use any elastic along the bottom of the panties because I'm using that scalloped edge, and for the top I've used this sort of not skinny elastic, really flat elastic. So you can see here, it's about maybe a 1/16 of an inch, maybe a 32nd of an inch. I don't know, it's really, really, really thin and just a flat elastic piece like this. So when I sewed this on, I would sew this elastic to the inside of the panty, and then you just fold it over and sew again so that you get this nice clean edge up along the top. So you don't actually see any elastic from the outside of the panty. That was something I wanted to try this time. Bra Builders does have a wide variety of different elastics available, so I've been having fun trying out the different options. This flat one is a really nice one if you don't want to see any elastic and you want something that looks a little bit more streamlined and seamless. The other option that I thought would look really nice with these is this picot edged elastic. So it's not picot scallops, it actually is like a frilled edge, which I think looks really nice and would sort of mirror that scalloped edge along the leg hole of the panties. So that would be another option that I think would look really nice with this set. And of course, all of the elastics for panties can be dyed to match in whatever color you want, so you can get them in espresso or glacier. So I hope you guys have enjoyed a look at this Lagoon set. I had a lot of fun with this one, and I think that a lot of people are going to enjoy it. And I like that it's sort of a different take on a color combination that you don't see very often. So I hope everyone has enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Take care.